2025 marks 60 years since the close of the Second Vatican Council. The Council was perhaps the most consequential event in the past 100 years of Church history, as Council Fathers looked to update the ways the Church communicates and relates with the modern world. EWTN News' Bénédicte Cedergren starts our special coverage with a look at what happened in the Council.
More than 2,000 representatives from almost every country in the world are meeting to review the position of the Church in the space age and to take a new look at problems of Christian unity.
After more than 3 years of preparations, Pope St. John XXIII solemnly opened the Catholic Church's 21st Ecumenical Council in St. Peter's Basilica on October 11, 1962. As the world was recovering from World War, navigating ideological and political tensions, cultural revolutions, and tectonic social shifts, the Church was called by Pope John to address the new challenges of the times and reformulate its doctrine so that it could be more widely known in a rapidly changing world. Setting in motion a 4-year-long event, the Second Vatican Council would not only bring about a process of deep transformation within the Church, but also reshape its relationship with modern society. This was not the first time such a council had been summoned. Since the earliest day of Christianity, the Church has convoked ecumenical councils to confront errors and clarify Catholic teaching in shifting historical and cultural contexts. The First Council of Nicaea, summoned by Emperor Constantine in 325, combated the Arian heresy which denied the full divinity of Christ. Centuries later, the Council of Trent firmly rejected the doctrines and principles of Protestantism. In the modern era, the First Vatican Council was convened to address the growing influence of new philosophical movements such as rationalism, socialism, and materialism. The Second Vatican Council was no different in spirit. Pope John XXIII explained that his decision to convoke the council came from seeing how modern society had been spiritually impoverished by decades of social and political change, and that the Church needed to respond and help revitalize the Christian faith, a process he called aggiornamento, or in English, adaptation or modernization. He also explained that the Church did not want to offer the modern world severe condemnations, but the medicine of mercy.
Inside, the Basilica has been completely transformed into a giant debating chamber. These are once-in-a-lifetime pictures, for this is the first council of the Roman Catholic Church for over 90 years.
The Second Vatican Council gathered close to 2,500 Catholic cardinals, patriarchs, and bishops from all over the world, assisted by 460 theological experts. For the first time, Protestants, Orthodox, and non-Catholic observers were invited to assist. Between 1962 and 1965, the Council met in 4 autumn sessions, each running 8 to 12 weeks. It was shortly interrupted after Pope John XXIII's death on June 3, 1963, and resumed after Pope Paul VI's election on June 11 that year. In total, the Council produced 16 documents, 4 constitutions, 9 decrees, and 3 declarations, covering key topics such as the liturgy, the nature and structure of the Church, divine revelation, and the Church's engagement with the modern world. On December 8, 1965, after 4 years of work, prayer, and discernment, Pope St. Paul VI closed the Council, stating, "This Council can be summed up in its ultimate religious meaning, which is none other than a pressing and friendly invitation to mankind of today to rediscover, in fraternal love, the God in whom to dwell is to live." In Rome, Bénédicte Cedergren for EWTN News.